I welcome all of you to watch this video. So this video is about experiment number 1, small signal stability analysis of single machine infinite bus system using classical machine model. So this is the equivalent circuit of a classical machine model. So it consists of a generator, transmission line and an infinite bus bar system. So E dash is the generator voltage behind the transient reactance XT dash, and del is the angle by which E dash leads the infinite bus voltage EB, and as the rotor oscillates during a disturbance, the angle del will be changing. These are the known facts. Then for derivation, I am deriving the value of the current IT, that is nothing but E dash minus EB at an angle minus del divided by jxt. So this can be written simplified as the below equation, and the apparent power S dash is P dash plus jq dash. This can be again written as E dash EB sin del divided by xt minus j into E dash minus EB cos del divided by xt. So with the stator resistance, if you neglect the stator resistance, then the air gap power PE is equal to the terminal power PE. In per unit, the air gap torque is equal to the air gap power. Therefore, TE that is equal to P. That is nothing but take the real power, real part. So E dash into EB sin del divided by XT. Then you, for linearizing about considering the initial operating condition, for del can be replaced by del naught. Del TE, the equation, that is the equation, torque equation can be written as del TE divided by del. So that is into delta del, that is equal to E dash EB cos delta del naught into delta del. Okay, so then we all know the basic equations of modeling. So these equations you can get it from Guntur book, and you can derive this equation. So P into del omega. What is P? P is nothing but differential operator d by dt. So d by dt of delta omega r is equal to 1 by 2h Tm minus Te minus Kd into delta omega. Similarly, we are getting two equations. Then with these equations, we can be written in the matrix format also. The equation 4 and then 3. See, equation 4, again I am taking the Laplace transform. So these are the explanations I have given here. So from this we can get the matrix format. So this from this equations a diagram has been drawn. This is the block diagram representation of the small signal analysis of single machine infinite bus system using classical model. Then from this classical model, from this block diagram, we can find out that this is a single input, single output system. So we are going to draw the find the characteristic equation of the above system. So it is a single input, single output system. Input is your mechanical torque, output is a change in the rotor angle. So the change in rotor angle, the output can be written, the equation can be written in this format, del delta, that is equal to, by referring the block diagram. By referring the block diagram, we can write this equation. Then after that, you can simplify this and then bring the s square term one side, s term next term, constant term, like this. If you simplify, and then we can write the comparing the second order equation, s square plus 2 eta omega ns plus omega n square. From that you can get the eta value and omega n value. So with this only we are going to draw the characteristics curve, since for different values of damping, that is different values of eta and different values of omega n, and different values of ks and kd, how these values are changing, and we are going to draw the curve and then tabulate all the values. This is what we are going to do. For that we can write a MATLAB program. So we can open a MATLAB. In that I can open you and show the MATLAB program. So here first you write the input quantities, real power all in per unit, real power P 0.9, reactive power Q 0.3, and the terminal voltage ET is 1. Then angle of ET, that is in radians, 0.628, and then EB angle 0.9995. Then angle EB is 0. See, the ET is nothing but terminal, that is voltage in the that is generator voltage ET, and EB is a bus bar single machine in, bus voltage. Infrared bus voltage EB. Then angle B is 0. This angle T is nothing but del is 0.68. Okay, then XD is nothing but transient reactance, that is 0.3 into I. Then frequency of the system is 60 Hertz. Then transmission line reactance is 0.15 I. Then there are two this is transformer reactance. XTR is transformer reactance 0.15 into I. Then X1 X2 is the two, there are two lines X1 X2, and that line is reactance 0.5 I into 0.93 I, and omega naught is 2 into pi into F. H is the inertia constant that is taking as an input, and we are finding out whether the fault occurring in first bus or second bus. We need to give the input. The fault is in the number 1 in the first one, then we are neglecting the first one, so your total reactance is XD, the transient reactance plus transformer reactance plus X2 we need to write. Else if the fault is in the line number 2, there are two lines, transmission lines. Okay, so if the fault is in line number 2, then we are neglecting that line number 2 and then considering only line number 1 transformer and then transient reactance. So this is XT. Likewise, you need to calculate XT. From this you can calculate the current. Current I is nothing but conjugate of P plus all the formulas I have already given the Word document. So from this you need to find the IT. Then E dash, how will you get the terminal voltage ET plus XT into IT. Then angle, the particular angle for E dash, angle dash, that is nothing but angle of E dash. Okay, then you will find the delta is nothing but this angle T, that angle plus angle B plus angle of this dash. Okay, then from this you can find the value of Ks. K is nothing but E dash into EB into cos del divided by XT. Then KD you need to get the input. Then find the absolute value of Ks. Then you find S2, that is nothing but absolute of Ks divided by 2H omega naught. From this you calculate omega n, that is square root of S2, and then you find zeta value KD. So all these formulas I have given in this Word document. In this Word document, see omega in the square root of Ks. So this formula is fed there in the program. This formula is fed there in the program. See, you need to compare this formulae, derivation, everything with the program. So we have written the program. So we have found S2, omega, zeta, then omega D, omega DH, all the values we have got the values. Then finally I got the value of the new delta and then D omega, then finally that is new omega, that is old omega plus this change in omega. Similarly, I am getting all the equations, then I am plotting that. I am plotting the value, that is the plotting the graph separately for del and then separately for speed, rotor angle separately and then rotor speed separately. Everything I am plotting and then I am labeling X label, Y label separately for these plots, and then now I am running this program. Now run this program. If I run this program, then it is these are the inputs it is asking. So the input of the inertia you can give 3.5, some any values as per your data. Then I am considering line number 1, and so then again KD value 10. And I am getting the figure. So this is the variation of delta with respect to time, and similarly rotor speed with respect to time. Here what I want to say means we can vary the value for different values of, this is the graphs I am getting for inertia constant as 3.5 and then damping constant as 10 plus 10. Okay, similarly for different values of damping constant 0 and then negative value, and then for different values of inertia constant for maybe 7 or what, some values you can define and then you can give, and then you can find these variation and then plot this variation, tabulate the values, and then you can complete the experiment. Thank you.